Good evening and welcome to a meeting of Brant County Council, special meeting. It's not much of an agenda tonight, but there is a little bit. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take attendance, and we're going to do it the long way, just because it is an official county council meeting. I'm going to call for attendance. Councillor Wheat. Councillor Wheat, no. Councillor McAlpine.
Present.
Councillor LaFerriere.
Here.
Councillor Howes.
Here.
Councillor Bell.
Present.
Councillor Pierce.
Here.
Councillor Chambers.
Right here.
Councillor Miller.
Present.
Councillor Coleman.
Here.
Can you confirm that you're here?
I confirm.
Thank you. Councillor Gatward.
Present.
Thank you. We're all here with the exception of Councillor Wheat. Second thing on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Are there any additions? No. Approval of the agenda. Councillor Coleman. Looking for a seconder. Councillor Pierce. No additions. Any comments? All those in favor of the agenda the way it sits? Thank you. Anyone opposed? Declaration of pecuniary interest. Shouldn't be any. Thank you. Number 4 on the agenda is RPT 21-266, the tender award, OPS RFT 21-19, Burford Customer Service Office interior renovations. Can I get a mover?
No move, Mr. Mayor.
Councillor Pierce, seconded by Councillor Coleman. Is there any discussion on the report and their proposal before us? Does staff want to speak to anything? Everything's pretty clear.
I believe Councillor Miller has his hand.
Councillor Miller, yep.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A question, if I could, given that there was only one bidder, did we pre-qualify this contractor? What do we know about them?
Who's going to speak to that from staff?
Through you, the chair, this is Sean McAfee on behalf of Rob Walton. So we did have 8 bidders attend the job. Stipulated that a lot of the works were to be done after hours just to not disrupt county operations, and seemed to scare a few. I got a couple of emails indicating they wouldn't be able to meet those stipulations, and we did ask for some references from Nirvana Interiors, and they have quite a list. Actually, their project manager, it seems like they it's a fellow that's branched off onto his own in respect to starting a small company to do jobs like this. There's some U of T jobs, lots of jobs that are similar to this, where they're just not large enough for a bigger contractor to look at, and too small for sort of a general home builder type contractor. So I think we found a good match in what this project entails as far as the complexity of it. It's really just kind of a furniture, if you will, more prefab furniture, being the millwork and the new front desk, and then the new glazing. So it's not a real complex project, and I was happy to see that this bid was submitted within budget, and it seems like this contractor is ready to work within our parameters to make this work.
Are you okay with that, Councillor Miller?
I'm gonna have to be.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you want more? Did you want to see things that they've done? Do you want a list of projects that they've completed?
Yeah, if that's okay, maybe with Sean, I could follow up later before council at the end of this month. Would that be all right, Sean? Is there anything you could share?
Absolutely, not a problem at all. I'm used to doing the meetings in Zoom, so I kind of had everything sort of up here. So their reference, Laura Lynn and myself asked for a few of their references and followed up, because obviously they're a little nervous, of course, when you get one bid, but it just seems like it's a real good fit here. There's some solid experience, municipal university. But definitely I can provide council with all that information.
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks. Councillor Pierce and then Councillor Bell.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, through you. So I guess the way I look at it, and you kind of alluded to, there was actually, 8 bidders to start, and it was only the after hours thing that kind of chased a few of them away. So I don't think it's necessarily, there was only one bidder here. So I get where Councillor Miller's going, but I think the original, we had multiple people in on this. So it wasn't the fact that maybe their price was too high or stuff like that. It was just the fact they couldn't work within the boundaries that we set for them. So I feel comfortable with the diligence that you folks did on this, and I'm good to go with it.
Thank you. Councillor Bell.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Through you, a question that Councillor Miller raised there, almost sort of asked the question, give me the information, I'll decide at the next council meeting. I think we're actually deciding tonight, so I'm not sure, David, you've got that time to take it in.
Councillor Miller.
Yeah, if I could, Mr. Mayor. No, I'm going to support the resolution tonight, but that's the beauty of the municipal schedule. We always got till the end of the council meeting or the end of the month at the council meeting to sober second thought. So
I
I'll
don't think
definitely
that isn't the case. I think in this situation.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, my apologies. You're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought we were at a council meeting. So, okay. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, no, I will support it. I do trust Sean. I think he knows what he's doing. So, but I do like to ask the questions. I think we have to do our part to protect the county's interests. So, and that's what I'm trying to do. So,
yeah.
And thank you, Councillor Bell. I totally screwed up on that. Yeah, you're right.
Sean.
Yeah, no, truthfully, we now that we know with this, there was funding stipulations that said that we had to have this money spent by the end of this year. And of course, as per usual, at the last minute, we were told, hey, it's okay. Everyone's struggling. No one can get prices. It does not have to be spent within this year. So, had we known that, this would not have been a special meeting for us all. So it would have followed typical council schedule. We will endeavor to still keep tight timelines, but again, it's a very small project, and your property management department here will have real close eyes on it. So no worries there.
Well, Sean, if there's no other questions, I'd like to thank you for everything you're doing during COVID. We've got you running around and cutting your legs off and making you work in crazy conditions and at funny times, and you've never said a word about any of it. So thank you for everything you're doing and how you're doing it. I think if the county knew exactly what you did all day long, they would get tired just trying to follow you. So thank you for what you do.
Well, I appreciate it. I do believe I was built for this job, and I love every day that I get to do it. So thank you.
That's good. So we have it we have a motion and we have it seconded. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor? Anyone opposed? It's carried. Thank you. Is there anything else for the benefit of the county of Brant? Anyone have anything? Councillor Miller?
We don't have to do readings or anything to bylaws. Do we got to read bylaws?
Nope, I don't think so. Nope, there's nothing. This is all that was on the agenda.
This was all for me, folks. Thank you very much. I apologize.
It was all for Sean.
We're going to be really happy. This is all funded money, and not to mention just the Burford renovation, but we're also we're doing good things at our roads facilities in our staff spaces by creating better ventilation, better air quality for them. So we're taking good advantage of some provincial and federal money that was there.
Good. Thank you, Sean. Michael, you have something to say before we adjourn?
Yeah, Your Worship, just to Councillor Miller's question, there's no bylaw to this because the staff have delegated authority to enter into the contracts. We just need council to approve the awards.
Yep. The end of a very long day. There's nothing else for the better of the county. Motion to adjourn. Councillor House, thank you. Good night, everyone.